Today's Bible story is the parable of the talents. A parable is a story with a hidden meaning. Jesus often told parables to help people learn more about what God's kingdom is like and show them how they could live the best life of all. What's that, Francis John? You've entered a talent show? That sounds exciting. What are you going to do? I've got to guess. Are you going to sing a song? No. Recite a poem or tell some jokes? No. I know. What, you're going to play a musical instrument? No. What about some juggling or walking a tightrope or some other circus skills? No. I give up then. You're going to show how quickly you can eat a whole jar of honey? I should have guessed. And yes, you definitely have a talent for that. But as well as a skill, a talent can also mean a large amount of money. Jesus told a story all about what some servants did with the talents that their master gave them. Are you ready for our story, the parable of the talents? People love to listen to the stories that Jesus told. He told stories about things that people did and saw. Jesus wanted people to understand that God gives each of them a special gift called a talent, and God trusted them to develop their talents and use them in the best way they could. So he told them this story. God's kingdom, Jesus said, is like this. Once there was a man who was about to leave home on a long journey. Before he left, he called his servants and told them to take care of his things while he was gone. He decided how much each servant would be able to care for. The man gave one servant 5 bags of gold coins. Each bag was called a talent. The man gave another servant 2 talents of gold, and he gave a third servant 1 talent of gold. Then the master left. The servant who got 5 talents quickly earned 5 more. It was the same with the servant who had 2 talents. He earned 2 more. But the servant who had 1 talent went away and dug a hole in the ground. Then he hid his master's money in the hole. After a long time, the master came home. He asked the servants what they did with his money. The servant who got 5 talents brought that amount and 5 more talents to the master. The servant said, "Master, you trusted me to care for 5 talents of gold, so I used them to earn 5 more." The master answered, "You did right. You are a good servant who can be trusted. You did well with a small amount of money, so I will let you care for much greater things. Come and share my happiness with me." Then the servant who got 2 talents of gold came to the master. The servant said, "Master, you gave me 2 talents of gold to care for, so I used your 2 talents to earn 2 more." The master answered, "You did right. You are a good servant who can be trusted. You did well with a small amount of money, so I will let you care for much greater things. Come and share my happiness with me." Then the servant who got 1 talent of gold came to the master. The servant said, "Master, I know you are a hard man, so I was afraid I might disappoint you. I went and hid your talent in the ground. Here is the 1 talent of gold you gave me." The master answered, "You're a bad and lazy servant. You didn't even try to use what I gave you. You could have put my money in the bank, and when I came home, I would get my money back, and I'd also get the interest that my money earned." So the master told his other servants, "Take this 1 talent of gold from that servant and give it to the servant who has 10 talents. Everyone who uses what they have will get more. They will have much more than they need. But people who do not use what they have will have everything taken away from them." Then the master said, "Get rid of that useless servant and throw him outside into the darkness." We heard in our story how the different servants used the talents they'd been given by their master. The first 2 worked hard to grow their talents. But the last servant didn't bother. I wonder, what special talents do you have? You may like to close your eyes and think about them now. I'm going to say a prayer, and if you want to make it your prayer too, then please say amen at the end after me. Dear God, thank you that you've given me special talents. Please help me to work at them so I can do the very best I can. Amen. What's that, Francis John? You were thinking that although eating honey is a really good talent, you've decided you're going to choose a different one for the show. You've decided you were going to sing a song, and would I like to help you so we can enter together? Oh, thank you. I'd really love to do that. Should we go and use our talents now and see what we can put together? Well, thank you for joining us today for the Power of the Talents. We look forward to you joining us again soon. Goodbye and God bless.